I'm on to the third video for today. If my voice sounds a little bit tired and uninspired, and my brain does that brain fart mode where I stumble on simple words, whatever the case may be, I do apologize in advance. However, I do want to adequately be prepared for the live trading once my credentials come through. All right, so because when you're dealing with large amounts of money, there is a lot of emotions that come with it. And I suggest before you even get onto the trading platforms or into your first trade, that you have a fair amount of preparation before that point in play. So this is just a part of that. And the reason why I'm pushing out so many videos right now is because whatever is coming to mind in terms of what I'm having to do is something that I would imagine other traders need to do as well. So this is why I'm including you in it as everything comes together. In the recent video, I mentioned that I sat in bed last night and I wrote down the attributes of what led me to losses. Like, who is the archetype that is the loser within my own world? And that guy was just impulsive and greedy, rushed the process, felt the pressure of trading. I got obsessive on the markets, just checking too much and creating unnecessary confusion for myself. And my approach was that I had whilst climbing the ranks in business and at school, I suppose. I went to Ivy League school, so it was promoted to go out there and be your best and be the best. And we got rewarded for first place, and everyone was very competitive. So I kind of got sculpted there. Then I went to college and continued that, and then went through the business world with that as well. Then obviously had side businesses, and I was a business owner with that attitude. So it worked when you're out there, hitting the road and finding new customers and just hustling on that kind of thing. But what I noticed that is that bringing the attributes that worked in business into the market, it actually backfired, and it created an unhealthy condition for my mind, my body, and ultimately my soul. So what I'm here to do, guys, is to just kind of share with you what the contrast of the loser archetype that I've become would look like. And I can do this in real time because I want to keep everything real and authentic and raw, as who I am, as someone with a ton of diplomas and certificates and achievements and experience. I mean, if you want to get back into the story, but what I am like now is like I'm in my mid-30s. So I'm a middle-aged man. I've got two beautiful Labrador puppies, a gorgeous property in a beautiful neighborhood, and my kids go to the best school, and I've got a little boy and a little girl. So there's a lot of pressure on me to perform, and I need to ensure that there's a certain standard of lifestyle that each one of the members, even the dogs, like we have like premium food for them, like each one of us live at the standard we deserve. So to achieve that standard, there's a certain ethos that needs to be adopted, and I don't have the room to, excuse my language, like fuck up and fumble. To be quite frank, like I've got to be at the edge of my game. And this is, again, like what kind of calls upon the dominant hunter inside me, where like I stand my ground and I'm a strong leader, and no challenge is too great and all that sort of thing. Like I show up, which is great, and I'm very grateful for that, because it helped me through the difficulties of learning MTOPS and how to master the markets. But now where I am is there's nothing much for me to learn. I think I've recently left a comment on one of my videos just for a bit of a laugh. Let's go to profile new. And it's to do with the reason why I've started these videos. Where is it? 13. So on Monday, I created a video to say what it's like as a trader, and you can see over here that the market was not really good. And we were just waiting, and it took a long time for it to get into position until it eventually dropped as it has today. And one of the things that came through for some reason is someone started to like share other people's ideas with me. So I had to look at them and I had a good laugh at them because, I mean, I don't know this person. There's no personal dig, but like what the fuck is this? It means nothing. I mean, what is that bullshit? Right? It's all historic. There's no futurist. There's no future based. I mean, but it's loved though, right? It's loved, but like there's no what's going to come. This is not nothing. It's just shit, and so on. So he kept on like giving me additional ideas to look at, and I was like, bro, like the last thing that I need is some rubbish in my life because I've learned the hard way, or the hard knocks, what it's like to bump your head all along the way, and persevere through it all. So I have such a high intolerance level for other people's information and strategies because a lot of the time you don't actually know where those guys are on their journey. And as a trader who evolves, like you can't just get to the top without making mistakes. So if like someone had to write down all the mistakes I made in my life, I would look like an absolutely terrible person. But if you weigh that up against all the great I've done in my life, it's kind of parts and parcel of the journey. It's just like a part of the road of to the top. It's not easy. It's really not easy. But what I'm saying is that the attitude I kept was something that worked in the business world and got me through all of the challenges up front and all that stuff. But now where I am, with the experience behind my belt, the wisdom, learned from all my mistakes, documented the areas where I've gone wrong, potentially hurt someone else, whatever the case would be, is where I am now. So this is the list that I'm compiling. Let's see how much time I've got. And I suggest that you do the same because I'm not sure how many people catch up with themselves. And this is just a good exercise for that. But also, this is a formulation of a list that is going to be something that I create a contract with myself from. And I had that idea this morning for some reason. I've never done it before, but I was just thinking like, so many times I just told myself, follow the rules and it'll be fine. And then I just didn't follow the rules because I was one of these like bad behaviors over here. So I'm actually going to do like a little self contract. And every time I'm feeling a little bit unguided or unaligned, I'm just going to revisit that contract. And this is the discovery section of what that contract's going to say in it. So I'm just sharing this with you guys, whether you agree with it or not. That's, well, I can't help that, but this is just something that is a part of my preparation before training. I mean, before trading the big money and also doing it publicly. And obviously, there's like the risk of humiliation and all the ego being shredded. Like it's all that kind of stuff. So if you haven't done this, then here's your invitation to do so. If you're not interested, then sorry for wasting your time until now. But if it's something that you find would add value to your experience, then I recommend just taking a pen and paper and building your own little self-contract out. All right, so I want to start this section with who is the winner? It's something similar but cheesy, but I don't know. I think it's just kind of nice to go. So so I want to start here, and I'm trying to just like for like, but almost like opposites of who I have been and who I'm actually going to move towards. So this is my move towards, and this is my move away from. So my approach over here, instead of being a dominant hunter, I want to be someone. Maybe I can bring that in for you guys. I can see it clearly, but I'm not sure what device you're watching off of. If you're watching off a laptop, it should be fine. The balanced, I want to be aiming for a balanced strategist instead of a dominant hunter. I think my need for aggression and racing to the top has been dissolved. And also, I just don't have the energy for that anymore. At 5 p.m., the kids need me, and 6 p.m., the dogs want to go for a walk. So I just don't have the energy for like just being the dominant hunter as I was as someone in my young adult years and single at times. Okay, so balanced strategist is where I'm heading towards. And instead of having no one's got your back, I want to have a supportive network. I think that's a good idea. and maybe you guys can be a part of that. And you actually have. There's been a load of really warm reviews and comments, and some really positive stuff here. So thanks for that, everyone. Thank you for sharing and so on and so forth. Thanks for the positive feedback. I really appreciate it. It's nice for someone who sits kind of at a home office with not many people to kind of give you that feedback. And so, yeah, comments mean a lot to me. So thank you for them. All right, so I'm going to go to have a supportive network instead. And instead of being hardened, I want to just simply be resilient. And maybe you can just do it now, because there's no time like the present, right? We always say we're going to do it later, we never get around to it. So maybe if you're watching this now and you've got some time, create your own list. You can do this so alongside me, press pause if you want, or whatever. All right, so then instead of being like short breathed, I'm going to be long-term focused, which is so actually important and healthy. And instead of being egoic, obviously the beautiful H word, aim to be humble instead. And as I've said in the past, the market comes in and helps with humbling a trader who's too far in his own head. All right, so instead of being tense, aim to be calm. And this is super important to me. Like, a thing I've had in the past is just this obsessive fixation on what's happening on the markets. Like, where's price now? What does it mean to my account? Or when's the next opportunity, or whatever. And I did find that actually mentally and physically it took a lot of tax on my body and my mind. So from now on, like, I know it sounds cheesy, but like meditation and decalcifying the pineal gland and actually checking with my brain health as if it was like a muscle, which it is very vitally important. Because the way I see it is like every part of your body individually has got its own ecosystem. So if you stump your toe, then your toe has got to repair itself. But a stumped toe doesn't play a lot of relevant to your left elbow, for example. Like, they're kind of semi-isolated ecosystems, but your brain reflects everything at any time, at any one moment. And so many people are so busy detoxing their livers and going to gym to get their circulation up or whatever, but so few people actually. I mean, like, again, like, guys will do the Ironman or the marathon and then come afterwards and join their mates at the pub to have a beer, or you know what I mean, like go for a long cycling race and join at the pub to have a few drinks afterwards. It's like, what the fuck does that mean to your brain? It's so stupid. So I want to focus on my brain health and just make sure that I'm clean and clear and calm, essentially. Yeah. So instead of overly alert, I want to be adequately aware. So not overdoing it, but not underdoing it. Fight or flight will rather be a balanced approach or balanced response. And instead of being like ready for anything at any time, I want to have the adequate preparation as something exactly like walking the walk I'm doing right now, prepared, and have that with a structured approach. Or you can say prepared with a structured approach. That'll work as well. And I suppose I'd also like to add, what else I've got here? Can't relax, an illusion of the markets. Should be doing something all the time. I'm going to say that I want to allow myself to unwind and switch off, and also just like be more realistic when it comes to the view of the market. And just, rather understand there are periods of inactivity, higher risk stuff that I shouldn't be trading. And I think that's just that alone will provide a higher quality of life, to be more present with those around me and so on. I just want to check out. Okay, cool. So I haven't got much time left, but guys, I think you get the idea. I want to build this out for myself. Do the same thing for you. You don't have to obviously copy me. This is just to inspire you to start your creative flow. But say like what didn't work for you in the past and what are you willing to move towards from here. It's a great exercise. I'm going to just keep on doing it until the time runs out. But yeah, I think it's super recommended. Alrighty. Trying to find the right place to put this next one. So, okay, so instead of an addictive personality, I'm going to say a disciplined personality. And guys, this is like literally worth the actions and carry through on this is worth thousands upon thousands, tens of thousands of dollars. So it's just worth it, man. Like, be disciplined. I'm speaking to myself out loud, but it's not worth the cheap shots and the quick trades and the trying to be too smart. Like, it's just don't fuck around too much, And you can tell that I'm an entrepreneur because I do swear. It's just something that we do. So I apologize if it does come across a bit cringe, but it's how I am in real life, and I don't want to be inauthentic with you guys. All right, so instead of being in a rush, I want to say controlled excitement. Instead of saying feeling like I feel motivated by the just by you going out to making money all the time, but you're driven by strategy. Instead of saying feels like there's always an opportunity, and I want to say that I'm going to, this is a really big one as well, understand that opportunities are selective. Some quality stuff being shared here, just by the way. If those of you are just starting out, you'll see over time how good this is. All right, so instead of being an obsessive compulsive, what should I say here? I want to say, yeah, being back to balanced. And instead of checking the charts too much, I'll review it strategically. Which means this is a huge point, actually. Because having any form of way to trade off of your phone is a disaster. Don't do it. Just take it from me. I've got about a minute left. Don't have anything you can open or close a trade on your phone. I mean, I would say only if it's only strictly used as a backup in case your laptop is frozen or the internet's not connecting properly or something to that effect on your laptop and you need to close a trade. But it's too tempting to fucking open a trade on your phone, dude. Like, just don't do it. So have a set routine. Have your coffee in the morning, check the markets, close your laptop, maybe check it just before the end of work, and keep it to like that. And also, I'm also going to put you on reduce the amount of trades that open. Maybe have a correct allocation and have more markets I trade on, but less trades per market, single market, because there's a calm after the storm and calm before the storm thing that you need to move away from. Instead of create unnecessarily confusing nonsense within my psyche, I'm going to create streamlined action and stick to it. So that's to do with the plan. instead of being someone who rushes